Hello! Because of reasons that I can't go into, I had a chat with Lee Anderton. He runs a little shop over in England. I told him, hey, have you ever thought about maybe doing what I do, like, doing some YouTube videos? And he said, that's a good idea. We should think about that. I told him that we independent gear people kind of owe him and some of the other people in those videos quite a bit because they paved the way for what we do. I really think that they were among the first, and we have jobs now because of what they pioneered. So I respect the man immensely for that. So we talked a little bit about brands that he carries and stuff. And he said, well, we have the Sire and Larry Carlton guitars exclusively in the UK. I said, well, that's interesting because I never looked at any of those on the channel because for some reason they don't talk to YouTubers. I don't know. I always get questions. What do you think about the Larry Carlton guitars? What about the Larry Carlton blah, blah, blah model? What about that model? What about that model? I can never comment on those questions because the company, it doesn't know I exist, and I have never really held them in my hand. So I'm not going to comment on guitars that I haven't tested. When I was at Guitar Pusher, hey Mark, in the Philippines, I looked at a Larry Carlton guitar and was like, whoa, this is not Harley Benton. This is a different level. It's also a slightly different price point. It is above. And I was very impressed. Didn't have the time to really examine it. So Lee said, hey, why don't we send you a whole bunch of Larry Carlton guitars and Sire bases? You make videos, no money exchanges hands. You get to keep the guitars, maybe do giveaways and do something. We'll see what we do with them. And then at least I have knowledge about them and have some cool videos for you guys who always said, Henning, what do you think about Larry Carlton? I will now find out. And they arrived, and I will now open the boxes, not put them on amps. This is all individual videos that I will do over the next few weeks. But at least you'll see my first reaction and we'll see what's in the box and all that stuff. And we're going to have to do it really quickly because Jens from PJD is coming. I have a knife and I have boxes. Says Andertons on the box because it's coming from Andertons. I'm going to cut myself. Don't know what's in here. I have no idea. I like when companies use paper. That's cool paper. Okay. Larry Carlton, Sire Revolution. Looks like this is Andertons Music Co. quality checked. It looks like... Do they really open everyone up and check it out? If you're an Andertons customer, comment below. So what do we have here? It's a... I don't know. No idea how they come. This is T7. Is that a model? Or did I just read some random number? Okay, doesn't come in a gig bag or anything. Which is, in the price point that these are in, which is probably around the 600 to 700 euro range, whatever that's in pounds. Here we got an Allen wrench, as you usually do, for the truss rod adjustment. Oh, roasted maple. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Oh, no. This is okay. Oh, I like, ooh. Oh, there's a lot. First of all, the color, wow. Anodized gold pickguard. It's obviously a Tele style guitar. That's pretty clear. Anodized gold pickguard, massively rounded off fretboard edges. And the fret treatment is also rounded off with them. You're gonna have to see that in shots that I do for the video. We got beautiful abalone inlays. Whoa! I mean, it's a, 3-position, all that. We have a shaping here. Which is kind of useless, but it's still nice. The whole thing shapes down. Beautiful roasted maple neck. And, yes, locking tuners. So let's hope the ferrules don't fall out on some of the on some of the Bentons. This isn't the Benton squashing or trashing videos, but we had those issues on the island. It's not in tune, and the action needs a little bit of work, but we have the trusty tool to do that. Slightly staggered tuners. No string tree necessary. Holy crap, the fretboard edges are phenomenal. Moving on. First reaction, it's got Ernie balls on them. We don't know which ones. Some Ernie ball string. It definitely hit a lot of points that I'm looking for. This is a H7TS Lurker H7 Hollowbody. And again, crossword adjustment tool. Nice. Non-locking tuners. I mean, it's more classic guitar, of course. I'm not a mega massive Sunburst fan, but if it's done well, pickguard, of course, has plastic on it. I mean, in the camera, look at the contrast with that Blackmagic camera. We got some stuff here on the pickups, of course, as well. No, only on the bridge. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the classic thing with the thing on top. I want that here. But this is how these guitars are. More in tune. Action, I don't know. What do we have here? I have a feeling the action probably needs work on all of them. Not the neck. Again, it's just the first reaction, so maybe this could come down a bit. The woods look beautiful. I mean, come on, look at this. We have no guitar tit. Okay, you know, is it prone to the typical Gibson headstock breakage? I don't want to try. We can see that there's a little bit of flame there in the camera. I don't really see that from here. I'm too close, but with a bit of distance, rather nice. If you're looking for a classic-looking blues box, this is very likely it. No tape on this one. Interesting. This comes with Das Wickelsticken and more little wrenchies. Could this be a Strat style guitar? They also have this in blue. And of course, the Andertons people didn't know that I'm a big blue guy. But gray is also nice. So, weight's there, but actually, it's a little bit top heavy there. But again, we've got locking tuners right there. Super massively roasted neck. Same kind of shaping that we had on the other one. Plastic everywhere. Very black plastic. Do we have plastic here? Yes, we do. God, how I hate the plastic. I have a feeling, oh, this just sticks in, okay. Oh, nice and tight. I have a feeling if you're buying sub 1K, it's a cool headstock design and it's high gloss. Staggered locking tuners, look at that. Roasted, don't know what the pickups are. It's a painted super high gloss fingerboard, massively rolled fretboard edges, so that should be super playability. Rings nicely. I have a feeling that these guitars could be in the sub 1K area really the shit. Ooh. And this is actually in tune. At least in itself. It is not a maple cap as far as I can see, because the fake binding on the side to me looks mahogany-ish, or at least whatever the body wood is. And then this is probably a veneer, which is fine in this price range, especially if it looks as tasty as this. Don't know what the model is, I'll tell you in the actual video. This box is higher, so I expect bass. Because with my years of knowledge in guitar reviewing, I have learned that basses are bigger than guitars. Knowledge, of course, only comes with years of practice and doing it. You guys wouldn't know. Yeah, that says Marcus Miller and not Larry Carlton. Marcus Miller is some bass guy who played bass here or there with people, and he knows things about bass. And then he started his own brand called Sire, or Marcus Miller something, Sire. Did a video for the rig that I built for Nick West a while ago, years ago, and we actually had a Sire bass in the studio for that. Tools, 4-string with a beautiful matching headstock. Oh, not heavy, very narrow neck. This is a difficult job, people. Okay, interesting. This looks like a double battery thing. Yes, eats up 2 batteries, which are, interestingly, not connected as far as I can see. Nope. Oh no, they are, but they're still packaged. Interesting, okay. Really cool compartment there. For ferrule's neck through the body. This is a swamp ash body with 3 pieces, but they look kind of equal because it's right there and there. It looks like it's a middle piece. Doesn't look random, at least. And it's a beautiful back. We got a maple neck knot roasted, a scarf joint, and look at all these words that I know. Novolute or teta de guitarra, or guitar tit in English for our British viewers. We got more plastic up there, which we will take off once we do product shots. That's all Leslie's job. She loves doing that. Maybe not. Big ass metal bridge, which feels like it's aluminium. Cool looking pickups. Look Nordstrandish, but they're by Sire. It feels like it's a narrower neck. And oh my god, look at the electronics. A doubly adjustee, a singly adjustee, a doubly adjustee, a singly, 2-way switch, 3-way switch, 3-way switch. That's too much. Then again, the person that plays this might want this. It is neck divey. I don't know how to slap, but that feels like it's a slap monster. Cool. Very narrow neck this way. But this is a tool you can work with. Don't know what all this does, but there'll be a video showing you this Sire model. M7 Swamp Ash 4 TBK. Don't like the color because it's natural. They have really cool colors, and they sent me the natural. But hey, that's fine. If you're into a jazz bass, which is, I think, what this is, then, oh yeah, because, oh, it even comes with the, put it over the pickup or the bridge or something. I wouldn't install that, but it comes with that. So it's interesting to note in the full review. If you wanted it super classic. Oh, what the? This is not super classic. This is different. Shape-wise, this is, I don't know if you see it from the front. I mean, it's clearly a double single coil jazz bass, okay? We know that. With the typical bridge, 3 knobs, passive. But can you see the difference in shape? Because this cutaway is ridiculously longer. It's very obvious when you look at it from the back, because that just looks unnormal, not normal, normal is the word. No, it's not. We have a binding, looks ivory-ish, of course it isn't. The dots disappear halfway into the dark neck and the binding. It's, I think they should be bigger and not disappear into the dark neck, especially if they're dark themselves. Can you still see them? Yes, but they're too subtle, is my first reaction. Again, super darkly roasted neck. For a 4-string, definitely a very narrow neck. That seems to be what they're going for. Big open-geared tuners, they should absolutely do the job. And again, neck divey, that's what we got. We clearly have a different piece of wood right there. Let's see what we got here. 1 3-piece, but in this case, off center. So that's a piece, that's a piece, that's a piece. Again, in this price range, I'm totally okay with that. This means you can access the highest frets, which you shouldn't because the money is there. But you can, and if you want to be the bass fiddle guy, you could. I like the brilliance. Oh yeah. Funny, I always do slappy stuff to test the bass, even though in my recordings and on my albums, I would never. I think once I did a slap part. Man, that's fun. And obviously, Mark Miller being the slap man. Slap man! It's a song. I'm a slap man? I don't know. It's got to perform there. It's definitely doing that. But I mean, it's a bass and it's got a big thing there. Yeah, we're gonna test the shit out of this. What do I think about? There's cooler colors. I think blue is a color that I prefer, but it's got a very classic look with the block inlays, while being very clearly different in shape. It is not a jazz bass shape, while being a jazz bass shape. Leslie vacuumed and I'm ruining it because Eppo and Yolanda from Chicken Picks are coming to visit tomorrow for tea or coffee, and so we needed to make it nice and clean. I'm assuming that's a single cut now because what else is missing? Well, a single cut is missing. Okay, this was already opened. Maybe to be checked by the Andertons quality control. Which would make sense, given if they're the only dealer in the UK that they have a deal with a factory that they are doing the checking, so that the factory can ship directly from Indonesia somewhere. I think this is really nice and light to them, and Andertons is taking care of the quality control. Come on, you're on there. I can see you. Okay. Interestingly, this is also neck divey because it's very light. Holy shitballs, is it light? And it's also two P90s, which are pickups that are different than other pickups. And it's not your typical Les Paul ripoff because it's clearly a very elegant transition between the neck and the body. The neck being, again, no, it looks roasted, but it isn't because it is a mahogany neck with a scarf joint, no volute. Looks like there's quite a bit of meat there, but who knows? Locking tuners, people, look at them! And I really have to point out how light this is. Your typical single cut is gonna kill you. This doesn't look like mahogany. Is this a swamp ash thing? Swamp ash and mahogany? I'm gonna look it up, but if you look at this grain, it's too big for mahogany. I mean, what do I know? Not a lot. Really not a lot. But you got your typical 4-knob. They look nice. They have this in an amazing blue. It's not in tune. And I really wish they had sent me that, but I mean, it does look, I mean, look at this veneer. It's very clearly veneer. I would assume. But it's an absolutely stunning, look at this. Stunning veneer. So yeah, we have a little bit more of a pointy point down there compared to the Big G people. Again, an ivory style binding. No elephants were killed in the making of this guitar, but you can clearly see the dots in there, contrary to that bass. Creamy kind of P90s. A little bit dead there. Yeah, that G string needs help. Maybe it just has a very plonky attack, but I mean, it does ring. I'll let them sit around for a bit and see what happens before I fiddle with them. Might also not be tuned at all in the next coming up a bit when I tune it. Beautiful guitar there, people. So we're looking at 6 of them. 2 basses and 4 guitars, which will make it 6 videos that I now have to do. But first, probably tomorrow afternoon, we're gonna do product shots for all these babies. And also, we're doing a product shot for something that I have to show you. I borrowed this at the trade show from my buddy Kenzo from NOF Guitars. He might change the name of the company soon, but I mean, I said I have to make a video about this. It's, of course, a fretless, no, not fretless, whoa, headless. It's a headless 8-string with curved frets. I mean, look at the shit. Gold leaf in the back. Who knows what that is? Probably mahogany, walnut mahogany. Made in the Philippines by a super nice guy who is going crazy with ridiculous guitar making methods. So we're gonna, I don't know what we're gonna do with that, because am I an 8-string gent guy? No, I'm not. But I'll try my best to show you what Kenzo can do. This is pretty impressive, and I promised him I would do a video for this free of charge and then send the guitar on, because I don't really have the biggest use for this, but I really thought that you guys should see it. So that's coming up. These are coming up, and other things are coming up as well, which means I have a lot of work to do, and you will see the videos when it's done, and I will already link to these at Andertons below if you want to look further and look at pricing. And that leaves me to say animals at the end.